inspiration.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Crimson Skies. It's going to be crazy. We might have a TPK, but, you know, fuck it. So, I've got my dice. The players have theirs. We're not doing a recap, and we're going to jump right in. As the ship has made its connection with what is left of the remains of the tower, the steel chains begin to vibrate, and you all hear an echoing voice, pained, agitated, and violent. I am going to kill every single one of you, painfully and slowly. So hurry up and get your asses out here.
Do you think she'll calm down if we just let her simmer down a little bit? Is this one of those talk convert times like you guys are always talking about?
Hold up. And I'm gonna drink a potion first. We'll get that done first.
Law, that armor that you've got on is not fooling anybody. Let me help you out. And Fixer will first touch his shoulder where he has the tattoo of a pauldron, and he will cast mage armor on himself, and then wait for Law.
Okay.
I hate my life. I rolled five health. Anyways,
5 health is better than no health.
Law will walk
after
over
that,
to Fixer.
And he touches his shoulder again, and then touches Law's shoulder, and a flip of arcane energy goes from him to Law.
Are we just touching each other now?
No, we're going to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, would let you guys know she did something, cast something on me. I may be a little slower than I usually am. I feel slower. Just a word of warning, in case, she makes Vimir stab himself. Or have Vimir stab one of us.
Yeah, you probably don't want that.
No, probably don't want
Definitely would prefer to avoid that.
Well, Awen, it's your ship. Your call.
Yeah, you lead the way, Captain.
Any rousing speeches, Captain?
Nah, just let's not die. Let's give her hell.
Here.
Give her
I
hell.
expected worse, so.
Alrighty. I am writing down all your names. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. I keep telling myself that. I'm not worried.
Right before we step out, Law's going to put a hand on Viamir's shoulder and cast Heroism at 2nd level. 1 use on himself, 1 use on Viamir.
1 use on you, 1 use on Viamir. Okay.
What do I get?
You're going to get 4 bonus hit points every round. So you get
those
4
10?
right now. Those
Are
are
they 10?
temporary.
And every round I'm going to get more. Or 4 more.
Yes, as long as I can concentrate on it, yes.
Nothing
we will
else?
both get that. You're immune to fear.
Oh, okay. I was already immune to fear, but sure. Thank you.
As you guys make your way down to the port gun, machine gun side, you feel the ship begin to break, tear, and the metal seems to strain. You hear from over the intercom of the ship, Lycirus screaming at you, "Get this bitch off my ship!"
Well, hey, when your name comes in true twice now, it looks like.
Let's not have this shipwrecked too then.
The only shipwreck that's here today is Awen.
As you guys go, what is the order that you are deploying out of this bay once the doors drop?
Me in front.
Law would have to be right behind Awen since he's casting heroism just before we go out.
Okay.
Or not Awen, but Viamir.
I'll stand next to Law.
Fixer will hang back. He's okay with that.
And as like, I want to try to time it that when it drops, I can go into El Rajay.
Okay. And Awen, where are you going to stand?
I guess how many can we have side by side?
The gunner positions are 8 machine guns in a line, so you could fit all of you in a line, but some people are staying behind those in front.
Awen's gonna follow behind, so I think Viamir said he was going out front, and then
Yep.
Law was right behind him. So, Awen's just gonna kind of follow, and then with his speed, he'll catch up with Viamir.
Okay. So, as you guys are deployed, in the back row, you have Law, Sazia, Fixer, Awen, Viamir in front of Law, Sin in front of Fixer. As the door drops, Viamir, bursting into a rage, I need everyone to go ahead and roll initiative.
All right.
This is dex based. Do I roll at a disadvantage?
No, it is just your ability checks. So acrobatics, stealth, sleight of hand, those are made with disadvantage.
Got it.
19.
I did not roll good.
Okay. Sazia?
What is it? Let's see. 17.
17. Awen.
16.
Law.
15.
Dang.
Viamir.
14.
14.
Fair enough. Okay. To give you guys an idea as to what you're looking at, as the doors open, you see a short ramp, maybe going about 60 feet, down onto the platform. I'm sorry, not 60 feet. There's a short ramp about 10 feet long that leads into the platform, and she's standing about 40 feet in to the center of the platform that she is on, giving you guys about a 50-foot play range for those of you who are closest. She is standing in the middle between 2 large embedded pieces of chain that have shot up what looks like from the floor into your ship, and they split from the ground up. So there are 4 chains, 2 on each side, thick and heavy, that seem to be holding the hand in place. She looks haggard, looks harried. She is not happy in the slightest, and there's a bit of crimson dripping from the side of her lips. What was once a relatively beautiful woman is definitely battle-worn and has seen better days. Bits of her hair is now dangling in front of her face, and she looks at you all with a thick, heavy amount of disdain and disgust. She wants nothing for you all except to see you all dead. So, as the doors open and you all ready yourselves to charge, she looks at you and through gritted teeth just screams out, "Die!" As we start with the top of the round, Fixer.
Fixer would like to move to 30 feet away from her.
Okay, so you're moving 20 feet up.
Yep, and actually slightly to the side if I can.
Okay. So you're going to move up and then kind of hook around to get behind a chain, if possible. Okay.
As long as I am within 30 feet.
Yep, easy enough. Easy enough movement, my friend.
All right, and so first he's going to say, "You look lovely," and then he is going to cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp, with the hand being replaced by the talon of a hawk.
As you go to cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp, what level are you casting it at, good sir?
It is a 2nd level spell, and that's as high as I have.
Okay. As you go to cast it out, she just reaches out and no! As your spell flickers out as she counterspells.
That's all I got.
Okay. Moving up, her counterspelling Maximilian's Earthen Grasp. She threw gritted teeth and bits of spittle as she casts this out. Bringing us to Sazia.
How far away is she? Specifically, like 50?
She is 50 feet from your position in the rear.
Okay. I'm gonna stand there. I'm gonna stand there first, and then I'm gonna take a shot with the pistol.
Okay. Pistol shot.
The pistols. That's an 18.
An 18 will hit.
Oh god, okay. Oh, there's one of those. Ooh, max damage though. 10 damage.
10 points of damage. Alrighty. As the bullet...
And...
You do not have sneak attack, unfortunately.
No. But after that, can I use a bonus action dash to get behind one of the chains as well? Or somewhere, like kind of circle around.
Are you moving your full 30 feet?
Bonus action dash for it. So.
Oh, okay, so you're gonna move 60 feet up? Are you trying to get behind her?
I'm trying to get behind her.
Okay.
As I know everybody else is gonna be coming up front.
All right. As you dash up, moving past your allies, hooking around left chain or right chain?
Did Fixer go left or right?
I think I went right.
Okay.
Okay, then I'll go left.
Left chain. All right. You get yourself behind the chain on the left. Easy enough.
Yield, pincer movement.
The old pincer moves. Awen comes to you as the bullet tears through her flesh. It just impacts and just expels the other side. Blood and bits of flesh going everywhere. She seems to be holding, but she is gritting through.
So Awen, unable to get up to her in one move action, is going to try to wrap around. He'll kind of go in the direction that Fixer was going, getting closer to her, but still circling, I think he said right.
Right side, yep.
And he'll get within maybe 20 feet or so from her, and then he's going to pull out a dart just from his waistband and give it a little whirl.
All right, hum a dart in her direction.
That is an 18.
It's an 18. That will hit.
And that is 5 damage with the dart.
5 points of damage. Nicely done. As the dart sticks in the side of her neck, she reaches up, pulls it out, throws it to the ground. Ending her turn.
That is it, yes.
All right. She's going to use a legendary action. And she is...
That was going to happen.
She is going to... You watch as she moves her arm, this black tattooing around her forearm and where her hand comes out begins to kind of take shape and form, almost liquid-like and serpentine, before you hear the jingling of chains as it falls and the thick head of the hook hits the ground. And as she does, she drags it around and swings it out as she is going to make a chain attack at the closest target, which is Sazia. Sazia, you are the only one within 10 feet.
Okay.
So that's how we're going to start this off. Natural 20.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna try and cutting words for you, buddy.
I mean,
For 9 points of piercing damage as the hook swings out, wraps into your shoulder, and just yanks you to the ground and tears out flesh and bone. It stings, it hurts, and it feels almost caustic as it tears through.
ow.
Yeah.
Ah. Ow.
Ending her legendary action comes to Law.
Law is going to step out and go basically same distance away from her, but opposite direction that Fixer went. Staying outside of 10 feet from her, of course. And he's going to open up with some vicious...
Okay.
So he's going to look at her and say, "Thou accursed toad-spotted tyrant," and she can make a DC 14 Wisdom save.
That is a failure.
Awesome. So she's going to take...
Take that D4.
Ooh, yay! 4 damage
Yeah.
Okay.
and disadvantage on her next attack roll.
That is correct.
And then Law's going to look over
Now?
at... Hey! And then Law's going to look over at Sazia and say, "Stay on your feet," and give him a level 1 healing word as well.
Okay.
And that'll be 5 hit points back to you.
Oh, good.
I rolled a 1,
Thank you.
sorry.
That's okay.
I roll a 4 on damage, roll a 1 on healing.
There you
It's
go.
okay.
That's how the world
Priorities,
evens.
man. We gotta get her down.
That's how the dice even out the odds, my friends. That's how they even out the odds. Okay, that was scary from my end. At the end of your turn, however, she is going to use her legendary action again. And it is her final one. And she is just going to... Accursed on each and every one of your houses, I will bring you all down. And she is going to point a finger at Fixer. She is going to point a finger at Law. And she is going to point a finger at Awen. And as she does it, she just... These black bone protruding beams erupt from her finger, and you see as it trails this black smoke coming at each of you is an ivory bone fist clenched and wrapped in some type of energy as she's gonna Eldritch Blast. That is a 17 plus 8 to hit you, Fixer.
That's a hit.
No, he died.
That's a natural 1 to hit Awen.
Yeah, Captain.
Captain's luck.
And that is a 15 plus 8 to hit Sazia.
Wait, me?
No, it was Law.
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 Oh, yeah, well.
Nah, that doesn't
That
hit.
is
Not at all.
Okay.
Wait, which one? Which? Oh, yeah, it's a spell, not an attack. Never mind.
Fixer, you take, my good man. That's unfortunate. You take 9 points of force damage as this bone fist slams into your jaw. You feel it shatter, and you don't know if your jaw has shattered as well as the force of the impact just knocks that wizard jaw a little loose. And Law, you take 7 points of force damage as it just slams right into your gut with a resounding oof. Awen, you duck the fuck out of the way.
Man, I actually probably wanted Awen to get hit with it. That deflect missiles, man.
You can't deflect magic, unfortunately.
Oh, it's only what is
Only
ranged weapon
projectiles,
attack.
yeah.
Got it. All right, good thing we missed then.
It's it comes to Viamir,
I'm gonna run my full movement towards her.
which is how much move speed?
35.
Nice.
I don't get in melee, do I?
You are 15 feet away, my friend.
I'm gonna recklessly throw a javelin at her.
All right.
Nice.
Angrily and recklessly humming a javelin in her direction.
All right, 17 plus 5.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. All
Hey,
right.
did she have disadvantage on her one attack?
Yeah. I actually rolled disadvantage for all the attacks.
Okay.
So javelin is a d6. That's 3 plus 3 is 6 plus rage is 8
8.
damage.
Nice.
And as Viamir runs up and chucks this javelin and hits her, these misty, spectral, purple-colored other wood elves manifest around her. And now she has disadvantage on all attacks against anything that's not me, and everyone has resistance against any attacks that do hit them that isn't against me.
Very nice. Very nice. So everyone has moved up except for Sin. It comes to her turn. She moves 20 feet forward. And she looks at you all as she begins focusing a spell into her hands, and you watch as she starts tracing out sigils into the air, and as she does, a green ring appears around all of you, around the ground, and it seems to encircle you, and you see runes begin to pop up as she is holding her spell to see if Sin comes within range. And let's see.
Wait, so who's tracing the spell? Sin or
The witch.
the mean lady?
The witch.
Okay.
The witch is tracing the spell into the air and getting ready to cast something. And Sin is all about booping snoots, so Sin's got 30-foot move speed. Okay. Sin is going to cast first Armor of Agathis on herself using a second level spell slot, giving her 10 points of temporary HP. And she will then move 30 feet up, closing the distance, putting her within 20 feet, and putting her in the spell's radius, unfortunately. Okay. As the witch begins finalizing the casting, as a wicked grin crosses her face as Sin steps into the ring as well, she just smiles wide. Die. All of you die. As she pushes her hand forward into the rune, you watch as a small skull of green energy protrudes where she holds in the palm of her hand as she pushes through the rune and crushes it, and as she does, a bright green mist appears from underneath her, and I need everybody to go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
That is a 21, nat 20.
Okay.
That one.
Oh.
I
Bye,
got
guys.
16.
It was nice playing with you.
16.
18.
15.
18. Okay.
Wait, sorry. Before you do anything on that, it says I have magic resistance as a racial trait. Is this something that I use for that as a saving throw?
You would get advantage on.
I
saving
forgot
throws and spells.
why I don't normally allow you on T. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Don't worry about it. If that's the case, I don't have to use it.
Go ahead and roll. It's part of your class. It's part of your race.
That's 19 then.
19. Okay. So, Sazia, Awen, Law are the ones who succeed. Fixer, Viamir, and Sin all unfortunately fail. Sin, however, doesn't go down immediately and staggers as this green energy bursts. Viamir, you take 31 points of necrotic damage. Fixer, you take 31 points of necrotic damage.
Can I use cutting words to reduce that?
Have you used your reaction already?
I have not yet.
Okay, you may.
You will take 5 fewer points of necrotic damage.
So 26 points of necrotic damage, Fixer.
I hit 0.
Okay. Fixer goes down.
Closer than I would like to my health.
Sazia and Law, you all take 15 points of necrotic damage. And don't forget to update your sheets on D&D Beyond. Law, I need you to make a concentration check. DC 10.
Nope.
Okay. Heroism fails. Oof.
Everybody's in the red.
Everybody's in the red. All I'm hearing is boo doo boo doo boo doo boo doo, like in Final Fantasy when everyone starts to slowly die.
I was thinking Pokemon, but
Or Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's right. That is the Pokemon sound. Good call. Okay. With that having happened, Fixer, I need a death saving throw.
$15.
One success. As a legendary action, she is going to drag the chain and just swing it down onto Fixer's body.
Disadvantage.
Oh, fuck this bitch.
She does have disadvantage as she just... All of you will die. Okay. Chicka. Fixer. I don't think mage armor dissipates, although
I was just
technically
checking that. It
you're
does not.
unconscious.
It's not concentration. It only says that it goes off if I command it to, or if I put armor on.
Yeah. So, does a 15 on the lower roll, the first one being a 19, the second one being a 9, does a 15 hit you?
It would have. It does not.
Does not. Okay. Your mage armor bursts with a shock of arcane energy and blasts the chain away. And she looks furious now. She is ready to just jump on you and start stabbing you with this hook now. She is beyond angry. Okay. Ending that, it is going to come to Sazia.
Yeah. I'm gonna get up and do my rakish stuffs and charge
Okay.
in and stab her for my sneak attack.
Okay.
All right, let's see what happens. Yeah, that doesn't hit. That's an 11.
No. As you go to swing out, she just turns and just gives her hand a twist, and you feel the blood inside your body almost shift, and your hand goes wide, and you just miss.
I mean, I am at one HP, so that's a thing. I'm going to get the fuck out of there and bonus action dash away.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Dash as much as I can.
30 feet. Sounds like a plan.
With dash.
Oh,
so-
dash. Moving full 60 feet. Are you going back towards the ship, or are you staying on the platform?
How far? How wide is the platform?
The platform is 40 feet in width.
Probably in. Yeah, I'll go back to.
How big was her circle?
Her circle, 20-foot radius.
So the platform. Yeah, I'm gonna go towards the ship.
Okay.
I can come in and out, but I'm not gonna.
Okay, 50 feet, moving 50 feet. Cause actually, moving 40 feet because you spent 20 to get back up to her. Because
Yes.
she moved 20 feet up. Okay.
Oh, okay, all right.
Ending.
But then it's gonna be in the same direction, right? Since I was in the back of her.
You came up behind and then you ran past towards the ship, so you're 40 feet away.
Yep. Okay, sounds good.
Comes to Awen.
Eowyn is going to. What is the action to?
It is a bonus action to quaff a potion. It is an action to feed it to somebody.
Can you draw a potion while moving? Is that a free action, or do you have to use?
Are you intending to drink it yourself?
No, I was hoping that, like, as he's moving over towards Fixer, he could pull out a potion and.
I've got Fixer.
It'll still be an action.
Well, an action to.
Yeah, it's an action to feed somebody a potion regardless.
But what is it to draw the potion just from your person?
So
Is it?
it's the matter of how are you looking to give somebody the. Are you looking? It's drawing the potion is all one fluid action. So like if you're drawing it to quaff it down yourself, that is a bonus action. If you're drawing it to feed it to somebody else, that's an action. If you're drawing it with the intent to hand it off, I'll say a sleight of hand check to see if it's an action or a bonus action.
I mean, ideally, Eowyn would have looked at Sea Fixer down and would have been running over to him and pulling his potion out, and then trying to force feed it to him.
That's easy enough. If that's what you want to do, you can.
And so he's going to do that with the greater potion that he got.
Greater, I believe, is 4d4 plus 4 off the top of my head.
So do I roll that then, or?
Yep, you would.
Okay.
Let me double check. Greater is 4d4 plus 4. That is correct.
So that's 14 health.
14 HP, Fixer. You feel a breath of life come to you.
So Eowyn runs over, pulls out the potion that he had gotten from Law, and just kind of pours it in Fixer's mouth, and then he's just going to position himself between Fixer and the woman here.
She screams bloody fucking murder out in anger. And if my son wasn't asleep, I would do that. But she immediately goes ballistic. There is now blood you see dripping from her eyes as she begins to lose her sanity at the fact that you guys will not die. And she is going to Eldritch Blast you, Awen. She's going to Eldritch Blast Sazia. And she's going to Eldritch Blast Viamir.
Disadvantage on all those except for me.
Yep.
Nice.
And half damage
Okay. It's also half damage.
for them.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They have resistance to all attacks.
Even force.
Everything.
Wow.
It just says resistance. It's carte blanche.
No, it means nothing.
It's pretty freaking amazing.
Crazy barbarian stuff. Okay. It's the ancestral guardian.
Yeah.
Just gonna double check, just because I want to make sure. And rage.
That creature has resistance to the damage dealt by the attack.
Damage dealt by the attack. Wow, shit. Cool. Okay.
Pretty ridiculous.
First hit out to Awen ends up going from a 19 to a natural 1, so the bone fist sails over Awen's head,
Again,
missing. Next one going to Sazia, trying to punch him in the back. It's a natural 17 on the first one.
Great.
And a natural 14 for a total of 20 on the second.
Wow. Yeah. Good stuff.
Ouch. 8,
Down.
9, 10, 11, 12,
Yeah.
13.
Yeah, still down.
Total of 6 points. Six.
All the downs. I'm at 1 health.
One hit.
He was
okay.
down at 1.
So
You had me
Sazia,
at one.
Sazia just gets punched in the back of the head by this ivory bone hand, and just you hear a resounding crunch as the hand shatters, and there's just a bit of bone embedded in the back of Sazia's skull.
Ouch.
And then Viamir. Waka. Oh shit. Viamir, I'm gonna ask just because I don't remember. But does a 13 hit you?
Just misses.
Just misses. As the bone hand comes flying at you, you just bring your raging hand up and bat it away like a gnat. It shatters in your hand. Alright, ending her legendary action. Brings us to Law.
All right. Law's going to use his bonus action and tell Sazia, I told you to stay on your feet, as he hits him with another healing word.
Another healing word.
And that will be 8 hit points.
Oh, good.
8 hit points.
As I get up.
My
on
D4
my-
seems to only be able to roll a 1 or a 4. That makes no sense.
Time for a new D4.
And then
No,
he's
that's
going to
pretty
look
good.
over... And then he's going to look over at her as he steps back out of her 30-foot range. He's going to keep like a 40-foot distance between himself and the witch. And say, stop fucking with my friends, as he reaches out and casts Hold Person. Would be DC.
She succeeds
Oh.
on that wisdom save. Natural 17 on the roll. She looks at you, and as she does, she just... I'm going to make your blood boil. With this very wide, insane look to her eyes. Yeah, at the end of your turn, Law. Law? Law, end of your turn? Okay, cool. Viamir comes to you.
I'm going to drink my superior healing potion as my bonus action.
Alrighty.
So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 plus 4 is what? 24, 25, 26, 27 hit points?
Dang. Nice.
Oh, wait. Let me double check that.
Which
3, 5.
would you roll? Superior? Superior
yeah,
is 8d4 plus 8.
Yeah, so 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 1 is 10. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29.
Nice.
Very nice.
And then I will run up and recklessly smack her with my double-bladed scimitar.
Okay.
19 plus 5.
Okay, that hits. And you said you're going reckless, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Good hit.
That's 3 plus 3 is 6, 7, 8, and 7, 8, 8 damage. 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. Back to making some headway on her.
And I'm just all up in her face.
Sounds like a plan. All right. As you get up into her face, standing there toe to toe, she looks up at you, Viamir, and there is just a violent, sickening grin on her face as she looks at you and just, "You're in my way." And you now have disadvantage on all athletics checks as you feel the blood inside of your body violently shake and begin to bubble. You can feel these small little pockets kind of bubble on underneath your flesh and then sink back down as your muscles begin to violently shake as well. She has you now, and she is just going to if you want, you can go ahead and make an attack of opportunity. She's going to step back 5 feet from you, Viamir.
All right. That. 18 on the die plus 5.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage.
11 points of damage. Okay.
I don't know if she has any concentration spells up, but
She doesn't have any concentration spells, but as she backs up, she is going to use her reaction. And I need you to go ahead and make a dex save for me.
12.
12. Okay. As you strike her, your blood ignites in a flame and bursts out from inside your body. You take 15 points of fire damage. And I'll put these two.
So now do I get advantage because of danger sense?
No,
Against
this is
saving throws against effects that you can see while not blinded, deafened, or incapacitated.
Yeah, sure.
Unnatural 20.
Okay, 7 points of fire damage. And due to your reckless, she has advantage on her next 4 attacks as she brings up her hand, and you watch as 4 rays of scorching ray just come out to strike at you.
Oh, man.
Okay, first one's a hit. Second one is a hit. third one. And a 16. Does a 16 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. So that is 4. That's 8d6. Okay. 11. I gotta type these in somewhere. Oh, mother of fucking God. 11 plus 7. Nope, that's not 17. That is 19. 30 points of fire damage plus 1. Actually, wait a second. That actually might be more. That might be 4 more d6 of necrotic damage. Let me double check Hex. Good night, sweetheart. The spell ends to the target whenever you hit with an attack. Alright. What's lower? Uh, 8 plus 13. Viamir, as she steps back after taking one hit of burning fire, she just raises her hand and begins pummeling you with shot after shot after shot from her scorching rays. And as each hit impacts against your body for 43 points of fire and necrotic damage, you feel bursts of flame burn in and gouts of black necrotic energies burst out from the wounds. As your body pulses with each hit, you feel blood begin to choke in your throat as she just grins at you wildly as you fall unconscious. I imagine?
Yes.
Okay.
You had me at 30.
Oh, it was like a date.
It was short and unpleasant.
Short and unpleasant.
And not as short as 1, so...
At least she told you what she was going to do. Okay. Ending her turn, it comes to Sincere's turn. Sin doesn't really have much. Sin is going to bonus action Wrathful Smite onto her glaive. And as she does, she closes the distance, keeping just 10 feet away, and she's going to strike down to the best of her ability. And that is unfortunate. As she swings down with the glaive, the witch just sidesteps as it impacts and skids with a resounding sound of steel on steel as she avoids the blow. Sin yelling profanities and cursing up a storm as the attack fails. Thank you. Bringing us back to the top of the order with Fixer.
Fixer is going to stand up, and as he's getting up, he says, "I owe you one, Awen," and then he moves in a semicircular fashion so that he is once again within 30 feet, but a little further to the side at this time. And he is going to say, "Now where were we?" And he's going to cast Earthen Grasp at 2nd level.
Okay. Natural 17 on the save.
Well, that does it.
As the bird talon erupts from the ground and goes to snap out at her, you see the chains just explode out and push the spectral talon back and almost dissipate it as she seems unfazed. Is that the end of your turn?
As a bonus action, he's going to drink a potion.
Okay.
Total of
Probably-
7.
Total of 7. Very, very nice. Okay. End of your turn. She is, unfortunately, going to use a legendary action. And she will use her chain and she is going to go after Sin.
So Sin's streak of not hitting enemies continues.
Sin's streak of not hitting enemies does continue. Oh, god damn, and that's another natural 20.
And she's gonna die not actually hitting any enemies. Feels bad.
Fucking A, that damage. As she swings out and strikes hard into Sin for what's that, 10, 13 points of damage. She pulls Sin to the ground, and Sin falls unconscious as well. The witch is not happy with you guys and is making it known. But she is looking hurt. Comes to Sazia.
What's the action of me tossing a potion to someone that is up?
On the ground next to them.
that is going to be a sleight of hand check if they're a living person to see if it's an action or a bonus action. The DC.
And how far away am I from Law?
Law. Law, have you moved back from your original position?
Yeah, I moved just outside of the 30-foot radius from her.
Okay, so he's pretty close to you, within 10 feet.
Okay, I'm going to use my bonus action to dash towards her.
Okay.
On the way, can I give a potion to Law? Just to hand it to him as I'm passing him, because I'm behind him.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
Okay. At the disadvantage, right?
No. You are no longer disrupted by Hex.
Oh, okay. Then that is going to be a 20. Non-natural 20.
20. Okay. Beat the DC. You are able to hand it off to Law as a bonus action.
As a bonus action, then I wouldn't be able to dash.
You could still move.
You could still move.
Hand it off.
And hand it off.
But then I'm 40 feet away from the witch. That kind of changes things. If that's the case, I'm not going to toss the potion at him. As I'm passing, I'll use a free action and be like, I'm up. Remember, there's a potion still on me. And charge for her to try to stab her again.
Charging in. Okay.
Yeah.
As you go ahead and run in.
So 40 feet in, attack. That is a... what is this? 25?
25 hits.
something at least. And then with the sneak attack.
Nope, there's no one within 5 feet of her.
Swashbuckler.
Yeah, swashbuckler.
Oh, that's right. You are a single unit.
Nice.
Yep. And that is
He does it with style.
Does do it with style.
16 points of damage.
Ooh.
Nice.
16 points of damage as you stab in. She takes a grievous wound. It's just. I'm going to skin you, little snake.
I suppose you're probably going to, but everything else is going to finish you off. And then I'm going to dash back. I'm going to move back 20 feet.
Okay, so you're going to use the last of your movement to get back. All right.
Yeah.
Alrighty. She's going to use her last legendary action. 'Cause fuck you. She is going to Eldritch Blast Sazia. Fixer. And Law, as Law has been the one keeping people alive with them heals, man. Akalaka. Sazia, an 18 to hit you.
Hits.
Okay. Fixer, that's a 26 to hit you.
That'll do it.
It was too high.
And
That actually
Law,
hits twice.
Law, that is an 18 to hit you, good sir.
That would hit. I'm going to use a point of luck to make her re-roll that and use the lower of the 2 rolls.
Okay.
Luck works that way?
Fuck, yes, it does.
Yeah. luck is
So,
really dumb.
you want her to use the nat 20?
No, she uses the lower roll. I choose which roll. I choose which die to use.
So the 18. Or do you want to burn
Yes.
more luck?
Nah, that'll be my last point of luck. I'm burning for that.
Okay.
Yeah, the nat
Oh,
20 would be
that
good.
doesn't use my reaction either.
Jesus, luck! I swear to God, there's no reaction to luck. What?
Luck
Yeah,
luck
it just
is
happens.
luck is broken.
Luck
Luck
just happens.
luck is broken, but it's a fun
Luck
broken.
happens.
Luck does happen. Sazia, you take 10 points of force damage as a spectral bone hand just clocks you in the back of the skull. Law,
Getting a break.
you also take 10 points of force damage as a spectral hand just clocks you in the back of the skull. And Fixer, you take 15 points of force damage as a skeletal ivory hand clocks you square in the jaw, my friend.
Good thing I drank that potion.
Probably a good thing.
Sazia, does that put you down?
Yep, I'm down.
Then I will Cutting Words the Eldritch Blast against Sazia.
Okay.
For 6 points.
Okay. So 4 points, Sazia.
Bards, man, I've never had this much stuff to do.
All right. Next in the order, I believe, is Awen.
All right. So Awen is seeing all of his allies getting hit, and I think is it Viomir is right up next to.
Viomir is right at her feet. Sin is
Right
10
at her
feet in
feet.
front of her.
And Sin is down as well.
Yep.
Oh man. Eowyn's going to call out to, I think Law was still up, and he's going to call out to Law to try to get someone else up. And as he does so, he's going to run up and he's going to start attacking this woman, get up in her face and
Okay.
try some. He's going to try some things.
Let's
See
get up
how
in
this
there.
works.
See what happens.
So he's going to make an attack with his, and that is a 19 with a
That will
with a
hit.
quarterstaff.
That will hit.
So that is D8. That is 8 points of damage for the quarterstaff.
Excellent.
And then he's going to do a flurry of blows with some unarmed attacks. That is an 18 on the die, so 23 total
Yeah.
for one attack. D4, so 2 plus 3, 5 damage for that.
Okay.
And the second attack, that's a 6 on the die, so that's probably 11 misses.
Yeah.
But with the open hand technique, she's going to have to make a Dex saving throw of 13 to prevent being tripped.
She makes it, unfortunately.
Bummer.
But she did
So
take 13 points of damage. Right? It was 8 with the quarterstaff and 5 with the...
Yep.
Okay.
And then he's just kind of standing in her face.
She is looking bloodied, beaten. Her lip begins to swell. Her eye begins to bleed. She definitely is not looking too happy with you. And as that last strike comes out, as you slam home, I need you to go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw as she is using her reaction to cast Hellish Rebuke.
Ooh, I don't know what that does.
Sets you on fire.
It's gonna light your it's gonna light your insides on fire.
Okay.
Makes you feel bad.
Dex plus 5, 16 on the die, 21 Dex save.
Okay, that is a success. You take half damage. You take 5 points of fire damage as you feel the flames lick from your feet upward and just burn at your throat slightly before they fade.
And that's it.
Okay. Law comes to you.
All right. So Law is going to... Yeah, I should be well within 60 feet of Viamir. So Law's going to look at Viamir and say, "Hey, buddy, we still have to get the keys. Back up on your feet." And cast a healing word on him.
Nice.
Okay.
6 hit points.
For 6. Nice.
I just gotta say, MVP.
Yeah, MVP right here, man.
Holy.
Yeah, man, I'm almost spent though. As a matter of fact, I'm spending my last first level spell right now. So he's gonna look at her and basically whisper in her ear from a distance, "You will die today," and cast Dissonant Whispers.
Okay, wisdom save if I remember correctly.
DC 14 wisdom save, or she's frightened and she takes half damage on a successful save.
She does succeed.
Oh, so close.
Natural 15 minus 1 for that success. Just barely.
So it'll be 13 halved to 6.
Okay. Brought down half again. Ooh. Alright.
And I'm spent.
That's how we all feel right
Her
there.
eye twitches.
Yep, that was it.
And there's a bit of blood pooling from her nose as she looks down as Viamir is there. "I told you to die." And Viamir, she spits down at you.
Oh no.
A thick, blackish globule of blood onto
I'm
your
into it.
chest. Comes to your turn.
I will stand up.
Okay.
Get her.
I will bonus action rage.
Okay.
Do I make this reckless? Abso-fucking-tootly. 16 plus 5.
That will hit.
And the spectral warriors dance around her once more. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage.
Nice.
Okay.
And I will take a free action and be like, "Take her at range! Run!" Might slow her down for a little bit. Shoot her with the guns.
Oh.
That's the TPK grunt right there. I can tell.
Oh boy, I don't know what she's gonna do.
Ooh. Ooh-wee.
Oh man.
That's either really good for us or really bad.
No, there's no good in this situation. What are you talking about? Whew.
Okay.
We all have so much HP, so we're fine.
I'm sorry, she wouldn't pull punches, therefore I can't pull punches and use different spells. She is going to having the opening given to her by Viamir, point blank range as she charges up Scorching Ray for a normal strike against Viamir. For a natural 18. Hex is still on Viamir. She hasn't moved it. Okay. Viamir. 3 points of fire damage. 3 points necrotic damage. Are you still up, sir?
Nope.
Viamir goes down. She is then going to fire her next Scorching Ray at Law. For a 10. Does a 10 hit you?
10 to hit? No.
Oh man!
Yeah.
Come on.
She's going to fire the third ray at Law.
Oh, come on, Law.
That is a natural 17 plus 8.
Last luck of the day, re-roll that shit.
Let's go, luck.
Literally 100% spent now.
19.
Oh,
damn it.
no.
Yeah, I'm down. Don't even bother rolling damage, man.
Oh man.
Okay. 7 points of damage. Law goes down. Last Scorching Ray.
We got 3 up, though.
Last Scorching Ray. Oh man, I was really hoping to not miss. And so was she. So was she.
She doesn't know us. We're just the advanced party, but we still have the rest of the crew to beat her
Yeah,
up.
no, yeah. Captain Taggart should be coming out, right?
Yeah, Captain Taggart's got to wake up.
She should.
Why didn't we shove a few of those potions down his throat?
Well, like fucking, they should come and help.
Fuck, she doesn't. Oh. She gets her legendary actions after this, so I know what her next move is. But the way that I wrote her legendary actions, she can't use her Eldritch Blast. Fucking to start. She is going to try. She's going to aim at Sazia for the last one.
Right.
As Fixer hasn't proven he's any kind of threat.
Damn. Ouch. That's why Fixer needs to end her.
Ouch. Alright. Fixer's gonna get the kill.
Come on, please.
That's a 19 plus 8 for Scorching Ray.
Yeah.
She could miss. She doesn't
Wait, she
have...
has 4 Scorching Rays? Holy crap.
Yeah.
Scorching Ray is
That's
at third level.
disgusting.
Scorching Ray is at third level for her.
Oh.
9 points of fire damage.
Oh yeah. I'm
Jeez.
down.
So what is she?
She is a modified Blood Witch because I didn't think the Blood Witch was badass enough that they made in Ravnica.
'Cause
So
we used a lot of spell slots there. So Captain
She-
Taggart and crew should have no problem doing it.
Yeah, she's done for.
ending her turn, Sin is gonna make a save. That is a 2 for Sin.
Oh no.
Legendary action. She is going to use her chains, and she is going to try and hook the ever-loving fuck out of you, Awen.
Is this a spell?
Nope, melee attack.
Oh, it's a melee. Ugh.
Awen, does a 17 hit you?
It does, yes. Unless I can deflect it.
You cannot, unfortunately. Oh, motherfucker. 5, 6, 7, 8 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, Eowyn goes down as well.
As she takes the hook and just slams it into your shoulder and just yanks you to the ground, dragging your face into the mud, which is now mostly crimson ichor and blood. And she just looks up at you, Fixer, and she smiles. A wide, wide smile.
How does she look?
She looks about how you look.
Destroyer.
My turn?
It is your turn.
Burn in hell. And I shoot a firebolt at her.
Let's hope you hit.
Let's do it.
Oh man.
So I rolled an 8, but if you remember back in the episode where the Phoenix went down, I was given inspiration and I have not used it since then.
You kept your DM
Ooh.
inspiration?
I did.
I didn't even think about it.
Okay. Let's see what happens. What do the fates have in store?
I rolled another 8.
Well,
I'm assuming 14 does not hit.
A 14 is 1 under her armor class with
Son of a
mage
bitch!
armor.
Fuck.
oh,
She,
Fuck it, potion.
She
maybe someone will get a good save.
she
4
bursts
4 HP.
4 HP. She bursts into a maniacal, cackling, bloody laugh as you watch as the blood from her own body soaking her dress, her flesh. And she just points at you and looks at
Do
you with the most contempt you've ever seen in your life. It comes
I broke your
to
airship.
Sazia.
yeah.
Nat 20. Stabilize.
Intimidation I'm sorry, not intimidation check.
Gladly, as a dead snake, I will intimidate.
Death saving throw.
Just he like flicks his tongue out. She's like, no.
She's not a cat.
That is my first fail. That's a 7.
7. Fixer. I need you to make an intimidation check. As you tell her you're the one who broke her ship.
Twelve.
That's fine. I have a new one. Awen, I need a death save.
That is a 12.
Success. Law, death save, please.
10.
Just barely a success.
Jesus Christ.
Viamir, death save, please.
16.
Success.
I'm just waiting for that 20 so I can come up behind her.
It comes to her turn. And Fixer, you feel all your muscles begin to slow and sloth. It feels torturous almost as the hex overtakes you and your muscles grow weaker and all your athletics checks are made at disadvantage.
I was gonna say I can live with that, but we'll see.
She has 3 opportunities to miss. So we are going to Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast and Eldritch Blast. First roll is a 4. Oh, shit. Second one doesn't hit you.
Ooh.
Last one is a natural 18.
Oof.
What does it go to?
Plus 8. 26.
Yeah, never mind.
What happens when
It
the DM
might
is the only
not
one that
kill
can roll
you.
nat 20s?
Might not kill you. Let me get the necrotic damage out. You might still be up. 6 points of force damage. 2 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh.
Are you still up?
I'm
Fixer?
still up.
Seeing you're still up, there is a twitch to her jaw and a slight bit of anger as your mage armor holds true and deflects blow after blow. She's going to close the distance to you. And,
That's when the machine guns open up.
Just
Fixer gets told to duck.
Sin's death save is a success. She is 1-1. Legendary action. Fixer, she now stands nose to nose with you, and in a blind, violent, angry rage, she is going to take a swing at you with a melee hook.
Oof.
And she is going to try and just meat hook you. I'm going to use a different die. Natural 1.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
She knocks herself unconscious.
Yeah, she hooks it, and then like the chain comes back.
Swings down at you,
Do
and
not blink, I will let it.
your mage armor encases your entire body in arcane plate mail as it chings onto the armor and glances off your helmet down into your shoulder and your pauldron and falls away to the side. She screams at you, blood splattering out of her mouth as she yells at you to die, and she just repeats, die, 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 die. Comes to your turn.
She wouldn't happen to have any metal on her, would she?
Goose egg.
The chains?
They are not metal.
What kind of trickery is this?
She is a
This
blood
magic.
witch.
Blood chains. Sick. Yeah, great. Been getting whipped by blood chains. Crimson Skies, everybody. It's her blood, too.
There's a reason why it's called Crimson Skies.
I'm going to raise a hand. Let the lightning play between my fingers. And then shove my hand right at her face. Shocking grasp.
All right. Let's see if you hit.
$23.
23 hits.
Ooh.
Come on, come on.
He could
You guys have
still
really good poker faces, man.
he could still not kill her.
It's a 2.
2.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Fixer. How do you want to do this?
What?
Really?
Yeah!
Really? Oh.
He's speechless.
I'm going to grab her face, as I intended, and start channeling the electricity as hard as I can into her face. And then I'm going to say to her, shouldn't have saved me for last, and just shove her down into the ground with lightning just going
Okay.
as hard as I can.
Palpatine style.
As you grab her by the face as she's screaming at you, just palm to face, the arcane energies course through your tattoos into your fingers as they hold tight the digits. What energy, what strength you have left in your body digging into her skull, her cheeks, her entire facial structure. You feel parts of already deep crevice wounds and punctures give way and snap as the bone fractures underneath your grip. The arcane energies finally begin to release directly into her skull as steam and electricity begin to course through the entirety of her face. There's points where you already see the scarring burn across the entirety of her, of what flesh you can see. Her eyes, as you see them through the gaps in your fingers, go a ghost white. And they pop one by one in between your fingers, and the amount of electrical energy that you are pulsing out at this moment just burns away the goo that sets in there. And as you bring her down, telling her she shouldn't have saved you for last, you unceremoniously drive her head square down into her own steel platform with a force that you didn't think you could ever muster, as an electrical charge explodes into her head, leaving just a thin, pasty layer onto the ground. As the body sits there, headless, the pulped mess smoking into the air from the blood, your hand clean, your body aching. She is dead.
Fixer's gonna like recoil a little bit at like what he just did, but like super proud of himself at the same time. And then the next second, he is immediately running to his nearest comrade to see what he can do
Okay.
about helping them.
Before the next round comes in, because we all are still down to one player alive at the moment.
My gosh.
I need
Conscious.
I need a round of con saves.
Con saves?
Death saves. Sorry, death
Oh,
saves.
death saves. Yeah.
19.
19, success.
13.
Success.
14.
Success.
So
Success for Sin.
Is that
that's a 1.
Oh, ooh.
That is 2 failed death saves.
That's 3, actually. I
That's
already failed
3.
Ooh.
Okay.
So that's that one, and there's that one.
As you recoil, you hear some of your allies begin to hold their blood, and slow groans
Also,
begin
I
to
think they...
come. But you hear a choking cough as Sazia's body goes limp. The first person you would reach would have been Sazia. The next closest would be Law.
Fixer knows that there's nothing that he can do at that point, and it kills him to do so, but he runs past Sazia to Law.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for the healing potion. I will need Awen and Viamir to roll death saves.
Ooh, that's a fail.
Ooh, yeah, me too. I got an 8.
Sin stabilizes. A groan as she just... You hear a muttered, "Fuck!" as she passes back out.
5 health to Law.
5 health to Law. Alright. You would have Awen and then Viamir as the next closest.
So Awen is closest, then Viamir, or they're about the same
It would be
distance?
Awen and then Viamir.
Gonna go try to stabilize Awen.
Okay. Go ahead and make a medicine check.
That is a 19 plus.
Okay. Awen,
2,
you
so
are
20.
stable. Unconscious, but stable. Viamir, death save, please.
At this point, I just gave Law a potion. He'd be up now, right?
He would be, but I'm having Viamir. He's got one more success potentially.
Fail.
Okay. Law. You hear Viamir choking out. Potentially on his way out. What are you gonna do?
Sorry, my internet was cutting out.
That's all right. Viamir is on the verge of life or death. He is about to choke out, or maybe force his way through this. What are you gonna do?
Rush forward and give him one of my 2 healing potions. Feed it to him.
Okay. Sin and Awen unconscious. At the end of this round, Nona, Nakash, Nokash, and Calder run their way out and get on the guns. They are soaked in blood, their bodies heaving, wounded heavily, but managing to still be alive. Seeing Sazia is still on the ground, you hear one of the 2 goblins, it's hard for you to tell which one is which, yell out, "Harper! You come now! One dead! It look!" And I'm counting down the minute. And let's see Harper's. Okay. As you all slowly stand, 2 unconscious, 1 dead. You have 45 seconds, effectively, before Sazia is out of your grasp. What are you guys gonna do? What are you doing in this moment as you catch yourselves?
I grab Sazia and I put him over my shoulder, and I point to the goblins and I say, "Show me where to take him, goblins."
They point down. That way! That way! Look for a red cross!
And I'll rage. Ah!
Okay. You're rage sprinting?
Rage sprinting.
Okay.
Fixer's running after him, full dash.
Law will follow full dash as well.
Okay.
Kind of not slimy like I thought.
Okay. As you guys start running towards the medical wing where Harper makes her stay, you enter in, and she has packed already a kit of medical supplies and looks at you all and... What?
Save him now.
Who?
Is there a bed? I put him down on the bed.
There's a bed. Yep.
No.
Lay him down on the bed. Okay. You lay him down on the bed. She looks down at him and... This is very unfortunate.
Save him now.
I can't. She steps over the body. Looks down. This really, really is a shame. Someone else got to you before I could.
I'll grab Sazi and start moving because obviously this bitch is useless.
As you go to reach for him, she slaps your hand out of the way. Don't touch my patience.
Fix him then. So no, less talky, more doey.
You've never experienced death, from what I can tell.
Yeah, less talky. I know you doing this is not helping him.
Would you like to talk to him once more?
No, I want you to do whatever you do. I don't know why you're still looking at me.
I would like to talk to him.
Okay.
That would be a bit more fun for me. She pulls
Mental
out a
note. Sending her out the airlock.
She pulls out a vial of greenish black liquid with what looks like teeth and maybe a tongue of some type of creature inside of it. She gives it a swirl, and you watch as the thick material inside the teeth and the tongue dissolve, and it changes the color of the vial to a greenish orange, almost purple mixture. She opens Sazia's mouth and pours it down. And there's no swallowing, but you hear the sound of someone gulping down a liquid. And for a brief moment, there's a pause, and you watch as Sazia's eyes open, but they are blank. His body sits upright, rigid, and almost mechanical. You have 5 questions you could ask.
Why is this woman so stupid?
Sazia, you can respond.
She hates Yuan Ti.
Whatever. I leave. I go to grab Aowen and Sin.
Okay.
Law will lean down next to Sazia's body. How do you wish to be buried?
Burn me. Toss me out. The ashes. I don't want to be remembered as one of these things.
Fixer's gonna walk up. How can we best honor your memory?
As you say that, Harper laughs. Just
Without looking away from Sazia, he's gonna lift up his hand and do the lightning crackle between his fingers.
Kill our enemies and drink good booze.
Who do you want dead most?
she will suffice.
Before you attempt that, who are the names on the last page of the book? You can tell me or I can look myself, but I want to hear you say it.
There's two. The little lady of the Lucky Ouroboros. Actually, no, 3. Her. The Pirate Queen. And Awen.
It's a very interesting list. With that, Sazia's last breaths, and the body falls limp on the table. At this point, Sin and Awen come to consciousness, 1 HP each.
Eowyn just kind of hazily stands up and looks around to see if anyone's still near. I think all he
You-
sees is probably Sin.
Where would you have taken them, Viamir?
I would have just started picking them up and bringing them back into our ship out of the tower / whatever command center this was.
Okay, so back into the bridge.
Fixer's gonna say one last thing. I wasn't quick enough. I'm sorry I failed you. And then he's going to turn around, walk out of the room, and go to the engine.
Okay. Whether or not you're still there, Losh, Harper begins pulling all of Sazia's effects off his body.
Law will monitor that and collect them from her. Insistently.
Are you going to stand over my shoulder the entire time?
You clearly hated him. We actually have some kind of affection for this man. So I will collect his things.
Well, I think it's a good time for you to take a nap. And she pulls out a little vial and cracks it. How much health do you have?
I have 5.
Okay.
Bet you wish you were an elf now.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth?
No way, man. Luck pays off. I'm happy with my lucky feet.
Yeah.
Even if she rolls minimum, you fall unconscious into a sleep for a minute. You don't fall to the floor. She guides your body into a chair, and as you just hear, "Wow, look at that. You're a lot more tired than you should be." She puts almost all of Sazia's things in a pile for you to take. His belongings. As you wake up, there is, as far as you know, everything there. His 2d4 plus 4 salves. His backpack. Most things are packed away in his backpack. The salves, ball bearings, bell, candle, a crowbar, 2 daggers, disguise kit, gun, hammer, a hooded lantern. His leather armor has been removed, his moon-touched rapier, oil flasks, his pittance, potion of healing, 1 day worth of rations, 5 days worth of rations, 50 feet of hempen rope, short sword, string, thieves' tools, tinderbox, and a water skin, along with 151 gold pieces, minus 10, so 141. She hands you his effects as you come to consciousness, and oh, look at that. I was afraid your constitution would be a little bit weaker than that. Glad to see you're up. Now, his things are right there in that box. Go along. I don't think you want to watch me incinerate your friend.
Law will walk over to the box and grab it, and he'll turn and look at her. If I find out that it was within your power to save him, and you didn't because of your hatred, you will regret this. And he'll turn and walk out.
With that, Sazia passes into the ether. Sazia.
Yep.
You find yourself in a very strange predicament. You are in a very strange land. It's almost like a large jungle filled with thick brush, heavy canopies, the sound of birds in the distance, a wet, damp, warm fragrance lingers in the air. You look down at yourself and you find you are ethereal. You pass a hand through your chest and there's no meat. It's nothing. The ground you're walking on, you can feel the grass underfoot, and as you look down, you are indeed barefoot. You're just wearing a simple battle skirt of ancient Yuan tea. Do you continue in?
Is there anybody else around?
Make a perception check.
And that's one of those. And that's a 3.
3?
Yeah.
You
Great.
don't seem to see anybody. You're in a, as far as it seems, unknown location.
Well, fuck. It's been interesting. I turn around. Is there any other?
As you turn around,
opening?
there is a man standing behind you, wearing what looks like a 3-piece suit made from leather. It looks like a deep brown leather with a greenish undertone for his button-down shirt, and his tie is black. His eyes are slitted like a serpent's, and you see slight scale patterings down the side of his head on both sides. His hat is a low top hat. a set of red spectacles on the bridge of his nose, and a very wicked grin on his face.
As soon as I see the man, I'm going to kind of frown a little bit. Even in death, I can't escape this, huh?
This is where you belong.
You see, did you know why I left? Oh, of course you do. I just wanted to get something off my chest, I guess. We aren't liked. We aren't loved by anybody else. We're just snakes. And have you ever seen any other being smile with joy, actual happiness? That's something that you did. I enjoyed that. And yet it felt empty to be living for those smiles. And I met a man that did those nice things without asking for those smiles, not looking for those thanks. I hated him. I wanted to kill him for subverting what I thought was actual good. And it turns out it's just my snake-like instincts again. Us Yuan Ti never shying away from another kill. I guess that's why he's the captain. Well, Mr. Snake in the Sky, where to next? I'm done with this one.
Oh. I don't know if you are. I have so many uses for someone like you. He walks around you and sets his hands on your bare shoulders, and there's actual weight onto your ethereal form as he sets them there. And he just gets very, very close, his eyes looking forward as his lips sit next to your ear. How about borrowed time? You do what I ask when I ask, and you can go back to your living, breathing life. As he taps his index and his middle finger against your chest.
More time being a snake. Now that would just be against my principles. If I still had any. No, I think they're better off without me. Especially without some other snake controlling a part of them. You have your uses for me, you say. Well, I say I'm not playing that game. Not anymore.
You're in my realm now. But have your rests. I'll roll you into something new. Something that someone can truly boop the snoot of.
Yeah, I always hated that thing. It's really annoying. Don't you think don't they know that it's very uncomfortable for... No, I digress. I'm done with that. We'll see what happens.
Oh, we will. We absolutely will. As the camera fades, you all have attracted some attention. Not far off, less than an hour, the military might of both Beirun and Hegan begin their approach. Aboard the Beirun cruiser known as Umbra, a captain young in years, but quick in the mind, sits. His reddish skin, angular features, and extra bits of bone protrusions along the face and added ridges on the bridges of their nose and forehead mark them as a hobgoblin. Their naturally athletic body, pulled back black hair, sets them as a standout amongst the rest of the crew, varying of humans, elves, dwarves, half-orcs, a few tiefling that you can see on the bridge. A comm line opens, and a video screen appears of another ship, of a dark-skinned man. Captain of the Hegan battleship Oasis. The human and the hobgoblins stare at each other for a brief moment as they exchange pleasantries. Captain, I didn't think Hegan would bother going over the border. It's unprecedented for your people to cross those mountains unless something important is going on. Well, in all honesty, Captain Holt, this is a very important situation. I would hope you and I could have peaceful negotiations between the people of Beirut and the people of Hegan to figure out what exactly the situation is that we're flying into. Very well, Captain Sage. We'll both go in. At the ready for anything that's not us. I think that's fair. Good. Keep a comm channel open between the two of us. Yes? Yes, we will. As the two ships close the distance, the smoke and the fire begins to clear, and the people on the airship known as the Hand begin picking off from the height the surviving undead at the ground to the best of their ability, leaving those of you still alive, if you choose, to search the corpses of the dead.
Just the Blood Witch.
Okay. The investigation check is non-consequential, as the first thing that catches your eye that sits around her neck is a round orb made from wood with a bright golden eye that shines unnaturally so. If you would like, you can make a full investigation check.
Yeah.
Go ahead. That is the most intriguing thing you find right off the bat.
Only -1, so 14.
Okay. On her body, you find a coin purse with 53 platinum, 200 gold pieces.
200 flat?
200 gold pieces, yep. 300 silver. And about 200 copper pieces. There are also a set of prayer beads that you find.
Oh, is that what we're calling them now?
Prayer beads. Made of marble, with blue and gold inlay swirling through each round stone. There is a pistol on her person, held against her inner thigh.
Oh, so I'm searching real deep. Got it.
You are.
That's where I found the prayer beads.
The pistol itself is black and is a revolver in design, with a thick, heavy-set frontal barrel, entirely black and jet set. The handle is made of bone, and the inlay that goes around the magazine chamber, for it's not even a I don't even know what it's called on a revolver. I'm sorry.
The round
on the drum. I think it's called a drum on a revolver. The engraving around the drum and around the barrel length itself is also inlaid with ivory. It's also bone. And that is all you find. Oh, actually, I take that back. You also find 6 common healing potions.
Would the round orb mean anything to me? Or the prayer beads? Like, would they...
Make a history check on the orb.
No.
It looks familiar, but it doesn't seem to be anything that really stands out for this orb.
I'll keep the orb.
Okay. Bringing the rest onto the ship.
The rest of you have more use for this, don't you?
He says that to everyone on the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can help figure out what all of it does.
Fixer is still in the engine room.
Okay.
Yeah, we could probably just maybe divvy up the gold and maybe distribute the healing potions. You know, those came in kind of handy.
Yeah, well, I'll take one of the healing potions. You guys can have the gold. I don't care for it. Well, leave me some, right? Because I needed to buy food in this world.
Okay.
Terribly inconvenient.
Are you allowing Law to identify? Actually, can you cast Identify as a ritual?
I can.
You have Ritual Caster?
That's
I
just
think
a ritual
so.
spell.
No, it still takes a spell slot. Having the Ritual Caster feat allows you to cast it as a ritual, because it's in a spell book for you to then cast it as a ritual.
Yeah, let me double check my actual description of spell casting with the bar.
Yep. I don't know if bards can ritual cast off the top of my head.
Ritual casting. You can cast any bard spell you know as a ritual if that spell has the ritual tag. And if you cast as a ritual, yeah. And then the definition of ritual casting, it doesn't take the spell slot.
Okay.
But it
cool.
has a plus 10 casting time.
Okay.
Plus 10 minutes.
I did not know if bards could ritual cast. Perfect. So
I didn't either.
ritual casting on the 3 objects taking about a half hour. The prayer beads are enchanted. They are the beads of a virtuous life. There are 7 beads in total. Each bead casts a level 2 Cure Wounds, 2d8 plus 5 per each bead. Should all the beads be used, roll a d20. On a 1, the beads are destroyed. You regain 1d4 plus 1 charges daily at dawn.
So essentially 7 charges, 1d4.
Recharge. I'll send you a snapshot of everything. I have my scribble notes here. The pistol is a... You get the sense a cursed item. It doesn't seem to register as one through Identify. But you get that uneasy feeling as you hold it in your hands and identify it. It is known as the Grave Pistol. It has a 60-foot base range and a 120-foot maximum range. A misfire rate of 1. It is a 1d8 plus dex modifier plus 1. So it is an enchanted weapon plus 1. It deals necrotic damage. And it is a 6-round revolver. And it does not take ammunition, but it does take an action to speak its name to reload it. So you fire all 6 rounds, and then you have to speak its name, and it will reload.
Yo, Grave Pistol, reload, son.
Yep. You'll be able to give it a command word to have it reload.
Which should always just be pew pew.
And the orb is known as the Eye of Luna.
The Eye of what?
Luna, L-U-N-A. Once a day, the user can cast Scry on a target at midnight without fear of discovery, as the DC is 26.
So they can still fear, but...
They can...
Or they can still discover, but it's just very...
It's a very minimal chance. The Scry is more of a window and can see a 60-foot area around the target and hear in that 60-foot area around the target, kind of like a fishbowl. The scry lasts for an hour or until dismissed. Again, it can only be used at midnight.
You said 1 hour or until dispelled?
Yes.
All right, and you said that was a DC.
DC 26. Yep.
Oh, 26.
Yes, sir.
And I took 50 gold, so there's 150 to divvy up. So 52 platinum, 150 silver, 200 copper.
As you all settle down over the course of the next hour and process, you begin to hear the sound of airship engines overhead. And as a cruiser from Beirut and a battleship from Hegan approach, there is a mumble amongst the crew as what you are all going to do. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oof.
With the death of Sazia Ugras and almost a TPK. Very, very closely. I want to thank you all for a very intense and very seat of your pants session. That was legitimately a fate of the die, especially with that nat 1 at the end.
Yeah, that was...
You guys all have level 4. I will be speaking with Sazia over the week about his new character and how he would like him introduced. And
So we can apply level 4?
you can go ahead and apply level 4. Unless you guys wage combat and war against these two ships, you guys are going to have the opportunity at a long rest next session. So you can go ahead and put the level 4 slot in now. You can put your hit points in, but until you get you can put your hit points in, put your spell slots in, but just remember you are on low health, and we'll see how the RP goes when we kick off next week.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, everyone, and it has been a tremendous pleasure to host tonight's session for you all, and I look forward to seeing you all next Tuesday. Bye-bye now. Monkey frog tits, because we need a laugh.